Hi everyone, so welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the year at Mesmac.
It's a year's worth of brilliant Mesmac breakfast shows. We're going to be bringing you the best guests and the funniest moments from the last 12 months. Good morning, and today on Mesmac Breakfast we're here with Tom, the CEO of Yorkshire Mesmac.
So Tom, I've heard about PrEP, but what is PrEP?
Okay, PrEP stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis. I know it's kind of a tongue twister, so let's try and break it down a little bit. So pre, the PR bit, means beforehand. Exposure means exposure to HIV, you've come into contact with HIV. And prophylaxis is just a really posh way of saying prevention, really.
Okay.
So before you get HIV, you take a tablet to stop you getting HIV.
But Tom, I've heard that the availability of PrEP has caused an increase in other STIs. Is this true?
Look, I don't think we can deny that there has been an increase in STIs. I don't think it can all be attributed to PrEP by any means. In other parts of the country, in other parts of the UK where PrEP's freely available, there's not been a larger increase as there is in England, where there's a really limited availability. I would guess that PrEP may contribute a little bit to rising other STIs, but it's probably more down to massive cuts in public health and sexual health services.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Tom.
You're welcome.
So coming up in our next feature, we'll be showing you how to make these beautiful West Yorkshire Queer Stories cushions. All you need is a tote bag, cushion filling.
I think I've worked out how to do it already.
Oh!
Welcome back to Mesmac Breakfast with Robson Rachel.
And today we are here with Richard from Sage. Now Richard, can you tell me about Sage, please?
So, Sage is a project aimed to reduce isolation of older people living in Leeds, and it does this in a number of ways. We run drop-in events where people can come, they can have a cup of tea, they can have a chat, there's not background music so they can hear each other, and they're dry spaces as well. We are doing a New Year's Eve events. I know it's very early to think about this at this point in the year, but we know that it's that season of the year where people are likely to be more isolated, particularly if they've not got a family. And we also do advocacy and things as well, so it's not just about running events, it's also about promoting the project, making Yorkshire Mesmac as dementia friendly as possible, making Age UK Leeds as LGBT friendly as possible, and trying to support older people to organise their own groups, the most successful of which is the women's group, which meets regularly now.
Well, that all sounds fascinating.
We'll definitely be there for that New Year's Eve party.
Thank you.
Good morning and welcome back to Mesmac Breakfast with Robson Rachel.
So hi everyone, we have Paddy on the sofa today, and Paddy works for Mesmac. He is a community development worker. So Paddy, can you tell us about 90-90-90?
So 90-90-90 is a target set by the United Nations, and the UK has recently become the 7th country in the United Nations to reach the target of 90-90-90, and what that means is that 90% of the people living with HIV know their status, and within that 90% of the people who know their status are on treatment, and 90% of the people who are on treatment are undetectable, and what that means is they're uninfectious, so they can't pass it on to their partner.
So, Paddy, I keep hearing this buzz phrase, U equals U. What does that mean?
So U equals U means undetectable equals untransmittable, and what that means is that people who are on effective HIV medication cannot pass it on to their sexual partners, which is really great.
Thanks, Paddy, that's really cleared that one up for me.
Thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
And next up, Leeds bin collection.
And that's how you make these beautiful cushions.
So Ross, tell me about West Yorkshire Queer Stories.
Well, we've been travelling all over West Yorkshire gathering stories, memories and objects from the LGBTIQ people of the region.
Sounds fascinating. So that's all we've got time for today. See you everyone.
Bye.
I think I should give that story about the Hebden Sex Fest.
No.
Shall we?